Good morning, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm really excited for this class. I think I think you guys will really enjoy it. It's going to be a little bit more traditional. We'll do some nice flows, some good stretching at the end. We will need a block or a strap or a strap today. If you don't have a block, you can use a book, like a larger book. You can use like a little box of some sort. You can use a resistance band or a necktie in place of a strap if you don't have those. So let's go ahead and get started. Come to a seat in the center of your mat and face me. You can sit cross-legged. If cross-legged is uncomfortable, you can sit something under your bottom. That will help lift your hips a bit, or you can always sit with your legs a little bit more extended, so that's a bit easier on your hips. We're going to start with a nice spinal warm-up. I'm going to quickly turn to the side for this first one so you can see a little bit of the movement better. On an inhale, we'll slide our hands back to our hips, tilt your hips forward, pull your shoulders back, and gaze up. Exhale, slouch back, round your spine, and bring your chin to your chest and your hand to your knees. So your hands will slide up and down your thighs on this one. Inhale, slide the hands back, shoulder blades pull back and gaze up. Exhale, hands slide forward, slouch back, round your spine and chin to your chest. 3 more like that. Inhale, bring the arms back, shoulder blades pull together, gaze up. Exhale, slide forward, round the spine, chin to chest. Inhale forward, exhale back. Last one, inhale forward, exhale back. Good, nice job. Sit up nice and tall again. Bring your left hand to the ground and your right arm overhead. Let's take a nice side stretch here. Press down through your right hip and reach through those right fingers actively. You can let your head relax here and get a little additional neck stretch. We're going to hold here for 2 more breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhale to the center, both arms up. Reach through your fingers. Right hand down, left arm over. Press through your left hip. So if you start to feel like you're tipping, make sure your left hip stays touching the ground or your left bottom. Reach through your left fingers. Again, you can relax your head, your right ear towards your right shoulder. Get a little stretch in your neck. Reach actively through your fingers. 2 more breaths. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. Inhale to the center. We'll do a few side to side. Same movement with our breath this time. So exhale to the left. Inhale, tall. Exhale to the right. Inhale, tall. Exhale, left. Inhale, tall. Exhale, right. Inhale, tall. 1 more side to side. Exhale, left. Inhale, reach. Exhale, right. Good. Inhale to the center. Let's take a twist now. So take your left hand to your right knee across you. Take your right hand behind you, about 6 inches away from your tailbone, and gaze over your back shoulder. You can gently press this left hand into your knee and breathe deeply. On your inhales, you want to imagine you're sitting nice and tall, and your exhales, twist a little bit deeper. Empty your lungs and twist. 1 more breath like that. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Good. Back to the center. Inhale. Other side. So right hand to your left knee. Left hand behind you. I always tip my fingers, so up on my fingertips. About 6 inches away from your tailbone. And then gaze over your left shoulder. Inhales, lengthen through your spine. Exhales, twist you deeper. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. exhale, twist deeper. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. Back to the center. Same thing, same movement. We're going to go with the breath this time. Inhale, exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the left. One more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Great job. Come around into a tabletop position, so that's hands and knees. Spread your fingers apart and place your hands right under your shoulders and your knees, right underneath your hips, and focus on having a nice long spine here in the center. On an inhale, we'll do a similar movement like we did our first movement seated. We want to make a U shape with our spine. So shoulder blades pull together, belly comes down, hips spill forward and gaze up. Exhale, push through your hands, round your spine, and bring your chin to your chest. These are cow cats. So this is cow pose. Inhale, that U-shaped shoulder blades pull together. Exhale, cat pose. Press through your hands, round your spine, chin to chest. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Nice job. Inhale back to the center, so just a neutral spine. We're going to go through a couple different movements. We'll stay all on the right side first, and then we'll come back to the center and switch to the left. Inhale, reach your right arm forward, palm is in, thumb up. Stretch your left leg back behind you. The left leg is long, foot is flexed, and we want to press the left heel towards the sky so we feel an engagement of the muscles on the back of the left leg, and the muscles on our back are engaged as well. We're going to hold for 2 more breaths. This is a great pose to help with our posture and strengthening our back muscles. Let's do 1 more breath. Good. So this is going to be a little bit of a big move, but I think you guys can do it, so we're going to try it. Bring your left foot towards your left bottom, the left side of your bottom. Open your chest to the right. Reach your right hand back and try to grab your left foot. We're on the pinky side edge of the left foot. So your shoulders rolling back and open. And we're going to try to kick into the hand and get our back to really open and stretch here. Might feel a little stretch in the quad as well. This is good for our balance. Let's take 1 more breath. Really push into your hand. Nice job. Release. Bring your left knee down. Open your right arm up to the sky. Try to keep your hips stable and just move through your rib cage on this one. Take 1 more deep breath. On your exhale, take your right arm, thread it underneath your left. Bring your right ear to the ground and stretch your left arm forward. So we call this thread the needle pose. I'll turn to the side too so you can see the other side if you're confused what it looks like there. So right arm is underneath, right ear is down, left arm is forward. We want to keep the weight back in our hips so we're not cranking on the neck here. So if it's a little uncomfortable for your neck, just shift your weight further back into your hips and see if that helps. So let's take 1 more deep breath. Good, I'm going to switch back around for you guys. From there, take your right arm forward, reach it long, bring your toes together, your knees wide to the edges of your mat, and press your hips back for a child's pose. Bring your forehead to the mat, relax your hips towards your heels as much as you can, and actively reach through your fingers to lengthen through your spine and get a nice stretch for your back. Let's take 2 more breaths here before we go to the other side. One more breath. In through your nose and out through your mouth. Come back to a tabletop position. So reset in the center, and we'll do the left side. So make sure your hands are under your shoulders, knees are under your hips. Stretch the left arm forward, palm is in, thumb up. Reach your right leg back. Flex the foot, lift up through your right heel. Try to pull your belly up and in so that your spine is long and your core is engaged. If this is a lot on your right wrist, you can always do this with both hands down. You'll still get a lot of benefit. If it's okay, keep that left arm stretching forward. Really engage the muscles on the back, and especially into that right glute and hamstring. Let's take one more breath. Exhale, so we'll bend the right knee. Heel comes towards the right glute. Open your chest to the left. Reach your arm back for the pinky side edge of your right foot and push your foot into your hand. You can make a nice deep back bend here, a nice U shape. You can always use the strap here as well if you can't quite reach your hand, or your foot rather, or you can always just focus on pulling that foot in towards the glute. Take one more deep breath and release. Bring the right knee down under your hip. Inhale, reach your left arm up to the sky. Exhale, thread it underneath your right, left ear to the ground, right arm forward. Hips are back to keep the weight out of the neck and the head. Try to pull your left shoulder down and away from your ear so you have a nice stretch and some length in your neck there. Take two more breaths. Good. Nice. Slide the left arm forward, toes together, knees wide, press your hips back towards your heels. This time we're gonna add a little side stretch on. So walk your hands off the right side of your mat, bring your right armpit towards your right knee, and reach through your left fingers. Relax your forehead down. We want to feel a big stretch on the left side of the body, especially the left ribs. One more deep breath. Come back to the center. And we'll do the other side. So walk your hands off the left side of your mat. Think about trying to bring your left armpit toward your left knee. And then right arm reaches over as well. Really reach through the right fingers especially. Try to keep the hips rooting down and back. And breathe into that right side. Feel a lovely stretch, especially maybe even between the muscles that run between our ribs. One more breath. Good. Come back to the center. Let's stand up at the top of our mat. We'll go through a little sun salutation to warm up more, and then we'll do a nice standing sequence before we stretch at the end. Feet are about hip width distance apart. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Palms touch. Little bend in your knees and reach actively through your fingers, mountain pose. Exhale, arms wide out to the sides. Bend your knees and send your hips back. Forward fold at the top of your mat. You can relax your head. You can have a nice generous bend in the knees since we're still warming up here. One more deep breath. Inhale, slide your hands halfway up your legs. Lengthen through your spine and pull your shoulder blades together on your back. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, slide your hands down. Bend your knees so you can plant your palms. Step one foot back at a time for a plank position, top of a push-up. Take one more breath in. Exhale, either come to your belly or drop your knees and lower down nice and slow. Tops of the feet down, elbows in, shoulders pull back together. Inhale, lift your chest for Cobra pose. It's all right if you're down here That's perfectly fine as well. Just really focus on squeezing your shoulder blades together and trying to lengthen and lift through your spine. Tuck your toes, push to your knees, and either lift to a downward dog, or you can stay in puppy pose. So downward dog is an inverted V shape. We'll have a nice little bend in the knees. Press the chest back toward the thighs. Fingers are spread, and we're pushing actively through our arms here. Take one more deep breath. Gaze ahead. We're going to shift forward and drop your knees down. Stand up on your knees. This is a part where you might want to block. So I'll show what it would look like with a block or a book or anything that will just lift the ground up a little bit to your hand for this next one. Step your right foot forward. Bring it a little further out to the right than normal. So instead of coming right out from your hip, bring it out about 20 degrees, 20, 30 degrees to the right. Bring both hands on the inside of your right leg. So I'll face you real quick. So on the inside of your leg. If that's too far, that's where you would grab a block, and that will help bring the floor up to your hands a bit. So use the block if that would feel better. Or the block can be nice if you want to try to come deeper, but you can't quite go all the way to the ground if you want to come to your forearms. So that's what I'll do here. Forearms on a block. If you can get to the ground, that's great as well. You want to just keep a nice 90-degree bend in this right leg. Want a nice hip and glute stretch on this one. I love this one. This is a good one to help keep our hips healthy. Take one more breath. Slide the block out up to the side. Bring your right foot back into the center and frame. So I want a hand on either side of your right foot now. Tuck your left toes. Lift your left knee. Engage your core and slowly come up. So we're up on the back toes of the left foot. You can have a little bend in your left knee, or it can be straight. Bend your right knee right over your right ankle. Squeeze your left glute and lift your arms overhead. Crescent lunge here. Nice deep breaths into the belly. Inhale. Exhale, sweep your right hand down and back. Tee your arms and open your chest to the right. Squeeze your left glute. Keep your hips nice and stable. Do a little twist through the spine. This is a good one for the core. Nice work for our balance as well. Let's take one more breath. Good. Inhale, sweep your right hand back up, both arms high. Exhale, pivot your back heel, your left heel down, and heel toe your stance a bit longer. Arms go wide, hips are open to the west side of your mat or to the left side of your mat. Nice deep breaths. Gaze over your front fingers, press through your feet. Exhale, reverse warrior. So you can bring your left hand to your left thigh and reach your right arm up, gaze at your right hand, or you can keep your gaze ahead if it's not feeling good on your neck. Try to keep that right knee bent. Inhale, back up for warrior two, with the arms long and in a T. Bring your right forearm to your right thigh and your left arm overhead. Nice job, guys. One more breath. Inhale, warrior two. We're just gonna step our left foot forward. So hop it forward and step forward, and we'll start that sequence over. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, arms wide. Hips back, little bend in your knees, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. So slide the hands down, bend your knees, plant your palms, one foot back at a time for a plank, top little push-up. Drop your knees or lower down to your belly in one piece, nice and slow. Shoulders roll back. Inhale, lift the chest, Cobra pose. Again, it's okay if you're Lower down here. Just focus on strengthening your back muscles and engaging your legs. One more breath. Exhale down. Tuck your toes. Push yourself to your knees. Either stay in a puppy pose with the hips over the knees and the arms forward, or tuck your toes and lift your knees, downward facing dog. Press your chest back towards your thighs. Nice long legs. You can have a little bend in the knees for sure, just to help get the hips up and back. Take one more breath. Inhale, shift forward. Drop your knees. So if you were in puppy pose, just walk your hands back and stand up on your knees. So to the other side, grab your block if you'd like, or whatever you're using. Step your left foot forward. Bring it a little further out towards the left edge of your mat. Come down on the inside of your left leg. Either hands down on the ground with the arms long, or hands on a block, or forearms on a block. Keep the hips lifting up and back, and think about a nice long spine here. Take one more deep breath. Good. Come up nice and slow. Slide the block to the side. Bring your left foot back to the center and frame your left foot. So one hand on either side of the left foot. Tuck your right toes. Lift your right knee. Engage your core and lift up to Crescent Lunge. Right leg can be long, up on the toes of the right leg. Left knee over the left ankle. Inhale, reach your arms high. Squeeze your right glute, so make sure that's firing to keep your hips stable, and engage your core to keep your spine long. One more breath. Exhale, bring your left hand down, sweep it back. Arms to a T, twist and open your chest to the left. Really keep that right glute on to keep your hips neutral. Twisting through the ribs and through the center of our spine. One more breath, in through your nose. Exhale, bring the hands down. Inhale, reach the arms high. Reach through your fingers actively. Exhale, warrior two. So we open to the right, hips open to the right side of the mat. Right heel pivots down. Heel toe, your stance longer. Bring your arms out to a T shape. Left toes are pointing forward. Right toes are pointing to the right. Keep your left knee over your left ankle. One more breath. Exhale, right hand to right thigh. Left arm up and over. Reverse warrior. Keep that left knee bent. That's the hard part on this one. Try to keep your chest open towards me. One more breath. Inhale, warrior two. Arms long. Exhale, left forearm to left thigh. Right arm up and over. Side angle pose. Let's take one more deep breath. You guys are doing great, I can tell. Inhale, bring your arms to warrior two. Exhale, step it forward. Nice job. Shake out your legs if you need to. We're going to come down and end with some stretches. Hopefully that felt really good though. Felt good for me. It's a nice little morning wake-up call. Come on down to your back. Let's bring our feet to the ground, knees up, and just lower back nice and slow. So use your core muscles to lower down and come all the way down to the mat. Bring your knees in towards you. Take your right foot and place it over your left knee. Bring your hands to interlace behind your left knee. Flex both feet, and your right knee is just straight out to the right, as much as you can get it to go that way. Gently pull your left knee in towards you, and you want to really focus on keeping your sacrum, which is that triangular portion of the back of your hips and your pelvis. Try to keep that touching the mat the whole time. So try not to lift your booty up like that. want to keep the whole spine on the ground. Doing a nice stretch in the hips. If you want, you can add on lengthen through your left leg and just stretch out your hamstring as well. You can add on even more, try to reach for those left toes. That's kind of it's usually far away, it feels like. So if you want a little extra, that can deepen the whole stretch. But just an option. You can stay wherever feels good for you today. Let's take one more breath. Good. Wherever you're at, keep your legs as they are. Bend the left knee back though, and release your hands. We're just going to take a little spinal twist. So legs stay as they were. Bring your legs over to the left. Left leg is on the ground. Right leg is up. Keep your shoulders down, so chest is pointing towards the sky. Right shoulder is down. Inhale back to the center, and let's switch sides. Left foot on the right knee, flex both feet. You can either stay here or interlace your hands behind your right knee. Gently pull the right thigh in towards you. Keep this left leg moving out to the left. You can always take your left hand to your left knee and gently push it away. Just make sure that feels okay on your knee. If you want to take that hamstring stretch again, feel free to do that. Stretch the right leg high. If you want, option to try to grab your right toe and just pull everything in, trying to keep that the back part of your bottom on the ground. That part of your hips is more accurate. Let's take one more breath. Slowly bend your knee. Bring your shoulders to the ground and let your legs fall over to the right in that same shape. So we get a little spinal twist here. Anchoring down through this left shoulder, breathing into the hips. Good. Slowly make your way back to the center. You can let your legs come down. So we'll end in a Shavasana. You can either do traditional Shavasana with your legs long and your palms open, or you can take the soles of your feet together and your knees wide. Either one of those will be great to end class today. Wherever you're at, just close your eyes. Let your legs and shoulders relax. Try to release any remaining tension in your face, in your jaw, in your neck, your shoulders, your chest, your back, your hips, your legs, and your feet. If you have the time, feel free to remain here for a few more minutes and just focus on your breathing. We're going to move forward with class. Go ahead and stretch your legs long if you are in that butterfly shape. Reach your arms straight back behind you. Hook your thumbs together and reach your arms away from you. So stretch those fingers back. Point your toes and reach your feet away from you. Exhale and release everything. Bring your knees in. Roll to one side. And slowly come up to a seat. Cross your legs or just sit up nice and tall, whatever is comfortable for you. Bring your hands in front of your heart. Take 3 deep breaths with me, in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Thank you guys for joining me for class. It's been an honor to teach you and to walk this journey with you. I hope that this class made you feel great and it supports you for the rest of your day. Namaste.